All right, we've now been joined by our Dash for Cash winner here at Talladega Superspeedway, which is Cole Custer. Cole, congratulations on winning the $100,000 bonus. But maybe just talk to us a little bit about that race and really what it means to kind of come home as the final one out of those four to be able to take home that money.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of luck. You know, I've been on the wrong side of luck at a lot of times on these super speedways, so it's nice to have a little bit and come out on top of that. But we had a solid car. We raced up front for a little bit there, and just, guys did a solid job, and we fought hard with the damage a little bit that we had. I think we would have had a really good shot at winning it if we didn't pop that right front in that one wreck hitting the wall. But overall, it was just a solid day, and get to go play again for $100,000 next week.
All right, we'll now take questions for Cole. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll start in the back. All right, go ahead, John.
JohnNewbyHeavy.com. How satisfying is this, especially after the struggles you had earlier in the season with so much bad luck?
Yeah, I mean, this is the happiest I've ever been running fourth, for sure. So that's cool. But overall, I mean, it means a lot. This is 3 top 5s in a row for our team. So we're starting to hit our strides, starting to figure out what we need to do when we show up to the racetrack and what we need to bring there. And JT and all the guys have worked extremely hard just getting things dialed in. So, I mean, I think, overall, it sucks to run fourth. I really wish we could have won. I was trying to push Sheldon as much as I could there to the finish, but the 48 started dragging us back. But overall, hopefully we can go try and win one next week.
So just following up on that really quick, is there a sense of extra confidence in the building, or was that something that just kind of never wavered during the struggles?
You definitely have confidence in yourself, especially, we didn't have the best finishes at the start of the year, but it never wavered because at some point during the weekend we had top 5 speed, whether it was qualifying or some point during the race. So I wasn't too worried because I knew it was just a couple things we had to figure out to get us back where we need to be.
All right, we'll go to Chris. And then Steve.
Chris9catchfence.com. Cole, there's a lot of good tracks coming up for you and the Stewart Haas Racing team. So how do you feel about going into this summer stretch and assuring yourselves guys a playoff spot?
Yeah, I'm pumped about it. I mean, I feel like Dover and some of these tracks coming up, some of the road courses should be pretty strong for us. But, yeah, I mean, I think the first 6 races, it was kind of, getting our feet under us a little bit. And now is when we kind of need to really take advantage and really try and really get ourselves some really good finishes over this summer stretch when we really start getting stuff dialed in.
All right, Steve.
Steve Conley, the podium finish. Cole, kind of following up on that, next week, obviously Dover. What is your confidence going to Dover and defending that 100,000, taking home 2?
Yeah, I feel good about it. We won there before in the Xfinity cars in 2019, so I think we have good cars there, and it's just a matter of us executing. I think we can go out there and compete with anybody. It's just a matter of us doing our jobs all day, and I think we're starting to get all that dialed in.
All right, any final questions? We have one from Holly up here, and then to Dustin.
Hey, Cole, congratulations. Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. Being in this race, does it look as wild and woolly? Did it feel the way to you that it looked to us from the outside? Quite an afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all these super speedway races, I mean, people are just pushing and shoving so hard. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't wreck in the first 10 laps, honestly. I tried to drop back because it was like these guys are pushing and shoving and sideways, and I can't believe we didn't wreck earlier, honestly. But it obviously got really interesting at the end with all the wrecks, but, it's just part of this racing. People are going to push and shove, and, I think some guys are a little bit too aggressive at times, but to each their own, I guess.
All right, Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. So there were 10 cautions. How many were you involved in, or how many were you just barely avoided?
I think I was only involved in one, where the 21, I think, got wrecked, and in that turn 4 wreck. But that was it. I mean, we had some really good luck with the wrecks. I mean, there were a couple that were right next to us, and I was looking at my mirror, and I was just like, man, that was close. But we were lucky enough and got to, soldier on to the end.
How do you guys, or at least how do you, all these accidents at the end, and even, car, I'm sure you didn't see the car rolling over, or maybe you did later on a video board, but, be stopped for something like that, be stopped for the big crash at the end, and yet have to go back out moments later and push and shove and knock and beat and do all the things that created the last thing to try to get a victory. How do you do that after seeing the carnage?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to keep yourself in the game because, you know, we had 2 or 3 red flags, I guess. So you sit under those red flags and you're just sitting there, could fall asleep if you wanted to. And, but then once you get back going, you have to put your mind back right and really got to get aggressive because that's what it takes at the end of these races. You got to push and shove and take your runs, and you just kind of have to reset every single caution flag.
All right. Any final questions for Cole? All right, Cole, thanks for coming in. Congratulations again on that bonus.
Thank you, guys. Have a fun night on the boulevard.